Hi, how are you?
Beautiful. I'm doing great. How are
Um,
you?
I'm amazing. Thanks a lot. Was it one of your dream to teach in the US?
Not really.
Not really, right?
No, not really. I have never thought of it. Well, if you still remember, Taha, I was thinking of going to England and having this exchange. This experience in there. Things didn't work out the way I wanted it to be. I mean, ups and downs, highs and lows.
Yeah,
But and then after COVID, I remember when I came from Egypt, I took my file. I went straight away to the embassy. I submitted every single document that's required. Afterwards, what happened is that embassies have been closed, borders, everything has been shut down.
yeah,
So
I
I
remember,
just
yeah.
went to grab my passport. They delivered it to me, and I stopped. And it was a very good break. Yeah. Until I found myself here in USA for some reason. It happened.
Okay, so are you happy you made that decision or you took that step?
Coming to the US?
Yeah, coming to the US and being a teacher.
Yeah. I'm happy that I took this step. I'm happy that I have made that decision before. I'm happy that because of the decision I made, I am here today. Uh, it I will never I won't lie to you. It has been a hell of a year for me last year. Besides cultural shock, there were a lot of
Yeah,
things happening and keep occurring for some reason.
yeah, I
This
can imagine.
makes me even much more stronger than I was before, but I'm not regretting coming to here.
Yeah, that's amazing. I'm so happy
I don't want
you
to go
you
back.
took that step. You want to come back?
I want to go back to Morocco the soonest possible.
What? I was going to ask you that question, but at the end of the meeting, you brought it up now. So so if you have the chance to leave and go back to Morocco, you would take it right now
Of course, no doubt, inevitably.
and never be back to the US.
Yeah, I would be back. I would be coming back for sure as a tourist, not as a teacher.
Oh, you don't want to live there.
No, I don't see myself living in here for the rest of my life. Or if
Mm,
I will be living in here for the rest of my life, I would choose another domain than teaching.
another domain.
That's true.
What? Okay, so you have touched the point we're talking about now,
Mhm.
which is teaching. So why you want to change the field? If you would live in the US, why would you change the field of teaching?
Um, Basically
Because of the
in US,
salary?
oh, not really.
Not really.
I'm fine with it, for real.
Okay.
There are some other teachers that are not really satisfied of the salary they are getting, but for me, I'm all right. I'm all set.
Mm.
Maybe because I'm getting paid more than they do. I don't know. I'm
Oh,
I'm I'm just managing myself, probably. But I would like to go back. If I'm staying in here, I would like to change the field of my expertise because teaching in the US is not as easy as everybody thinks.
mm.
Yes,
Yeah.
they have a set of rules, set of laws that you have to adhere to. Even if those laws and set of rules are crazy, you have to adhere to
Mm.
something I cannot really live by.
So, like, if you are advising Taha, would you tell me to go to take that step and go work there as a teacher?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. So, for some teachers or most of the teachers, they see teaching as something like it's very difficult. Like it needs courage, confidence, a high level of English, like fluency, accuracy, and whatever. Even for EFL students. So when you speak or when you talk about native students, this is like something so much for them. This is gonna be too much for them. So how did you take that step? How do you see it? How do you how do you see teaching for native speakers as something that is very simple? I can do it.
All right. So first of all, let's agree on this. It's not really as simple as we all think. And it is not as easy as it appears to be, since I'm a non-native speaker coming to teach native speakers. However, there is something that most of the non-English speakers do not know. That is, in America, probably in England too. Well, let's take a very simple example that is Egypt, for example. Arab country, they speak Arabic. Not the Arabic we know, but the Arabic they know.
Yeah.
In here, they do not speak the English we all know, the English it should be. They speak their own English. Basically, they have their own dialects, right?
Sure.
So what are we required to do? We are required to get them from a level to another level. From speaking, from writing using the street language to writing using academic vocabularies and academic writing.
Sure.
That's the goal. So I think for me, it's a very good opportunity because it's like give and take. I'm learning quite about their culture because USA is a very diverse country. And then I am giving them whatever I am paid to do.
Okay. All right. So, still, I'm not sure. I can't take it, or I'm confident enough to take that step. I think it needs more confidence than teaching skills. Right.
That is true. It was for me when I was in Morocco. They're like, oh my God, we don't even study English in Morocco. Our second language is French, right? I'm not coming to teach French. I'm coming to teach English. It's a native speaker.
Yeah.
How does that work? How are you going to operate? How are you going to manage? How are you going to get students' attentiveness? How are you going to get them to contribute and make a significant contribution in the classroom? How are you going to even communicate with them properly?
That's right.
The question. But I did it.
Yeah, that's right. So yeah, I hopefully I can take that step one day.
No, you can. I'm sorry, maybe I am going to go at topic, but you have all the potential needed to move forward and take this as an opportunity for you to, catch up, enhance your skills.
So do you think that any teacher can take that step?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, let me rephrase it and ask it in another way. What are the things that I need to be qualified to go there and start teaching?
Let's start with
qualifications.
Let's start with the required qualifications. So first of all, to be pre-qualified, you will have to at least be obtaining a BA degree and then have 2 years minimum experience in the field of your expertise. It doesn't matter if you are a teacher. It doesn't matter if you're a doctor, a nurse, whatsoever. But then if you're a teacher, if you are coming to here to teach French, you have to have a BA, at least in that field, and have 2 years of experience minimum, because everything is to be checked. That's to be pre-qualified. If you're pre-qualified and selected, then you will have to pass through several interviews, which in where they will go with you. They will get to know you, get to know the way you speak, get to know your pedagogy, get to know more about your competence, if you are competent or not. And then you go.
So you're saying that TEFL and CELTA are not required? The certificates for teaching, blah, blah,
They
blah.
were not required. TEFL right now is highly required if you would like to teach here. because what's going on is that we have a lot of Hispanic students.
Mm.
So I'm not only teaching foreign students. I'm not only teaching native students. I'm teaching foreigners as well.
Someone comments about your accent, your attitude of teaching because you're not native or something like that.
I don't know. I have actually never felt that, or somebody approached me and discussed this matter with me. My students, or US students in general, have the highest attitude you can ever see. Ever.
Really?
Yeah, they have.
I was going. Yeah.
So
I was going to ask you about that.
If they see something, and good that we have brought this up. If they see something, they'll tell you. If you don't smell good, they'll tell you. Straightaway.
Really?
Yeah. If you mistake, they'll tell you. If you're not talking properly, they'll tell you. If you are not good enough, they'll tell you you're not good enough. Period.
In a good way, right? Not in a rude way, in a mean way.
They're really, when I say they have an attitude, they have an attitude.
Oh, okay. I understand. So, how are people there? Yeah?
People, adults?
Yeah. How do like the attitude? Are they good? Do they treat you good as a foreigner?
Oh yeah, absolutely, yeah. Until now, I have never encountered a single problem or issue with no administrators if you're talking about here at school. And if you're talking about outside of school, I have never confronted any issue. They are very helpful.
And it depends about the person as well. If you're good, people are gonna be good with you, I think.
Not really. It's good that you have said this. Normally, that's how things should be. In our culture, that's how we have been raised. If you treat me good, I'll treat you good. If you're treating me badly, I may consider treating you the same way you do, but then I will always pick the good side and then try to behave and act in a well manner with you.
Yeah.
It's not the same thing here.
Okay. So
yeah, go ahead.
They treat bad with good? That's what you're saying?
No, if they don't feel like treating you good, they will not treat you good.
Yeah, that's much better. Yeah, that's good.
Okay. If I don't feel like want to talk to you, even though that I need it, for example, like you're my coworker. If I don't feel like treating you good, I will not treat you good. That's how they function, basically. But it has never happened to me. I have heard several things in USA in this regard. I have never confronted anything until now.
Okay, that's amazing. I'm so happy that nothing bad has happened and everything is going well.
Hopefully, it will continue.